Hey everyone, thanks for joining. Here with Tim, I want to introduce what we're going to be talking about. Of course, today we're going to do a deeper dive. You'll get to know Tim a little bit more. Hopefully, by the end of it, we'll learn more about his background, things he's done, of course, what he's doing at AIML as well. But I want to introduce the videos we're going to be doing. Of course, deeper dives into the company. We'll be talking about some press releases, Q&As, and mixing in a lot of questions that people ask. So I invite anyone who is going to watch these videos to leave in the comments below some questions you have or things you want to see in future videos. But first things first, Tim, how are you?
Hey, I'm great. Thanks for having me on.
Perfect. Well, here, we're going to dive into it pretty quick. I know we're going to go into your background. So I
Sure.
usually like to start with kind of where you went to school or what you went to school for, and then your first couple jobs, and we'll run through the line and go from there.
Okay, sounds good. I have a degree in commerce with a double major in corporate finance and accounting. And when I got out of school, I didn't want to work hard, but I wanted to make a lot of money. So I decided to become a stockbroker. So for the first about 8 years of my professional life, I was in the investment industry as a licensed stockbroker, assistant manager, and an integral member of the new underwriting's vetting and development team in Western Canada. The market has always been something that's been of interest to me. And what I realized early on is that the market is not this, this all-knowing, perfect being that always gets it right. The reason why there's an opportunity to make money in the market is because there are situations that exist that are either undervalued or overvalued, and the market hasn't yet quite figured that out. And so the key to being a good investor in the market is having the ability to assess a company that is either undervalued or overvalued, and to take a position and wait for the rest of the market to catch up with what you've already figured out. And so to that end, I was able to use my background in accounting and finance to good use.
Yeah, I mean, question for you, and I know a little like getting into the weeds already, but question for you. I know a lot of people saying that valuations of companies these days aren't, so much based on fundamentals.
Yeah.
What's your insights on kind of how companies are valued today?
Sure. Right now, we are trading at near historical high valuations on companies. We're into about 12 years of a bull market cycle. Historically, that means that we should be looking, for a pullback in the markets. But what's offsetting that is that governments around the world have understood the importance of helping to stimulate the economies right now and loosen money supplies. And so we are seeing that the bull markets are continuing beyond their historical normal cycles for a bull market because of interventions of governments. So that's definitely helping us out here.
Yeah, no, interesting. Well, hey, for anyone who's watching, there's probably some interesting questions you could ask Tim, and we'll definitely mix into some interesting trading, stockbroker, stories. Well, here I'm going to ask. So, stockbroker for 8 years. Then what happens?
Well, actually, for about the last 25 years now, I've crossed the street, so to speak, in that I've stayed involved with public companies, but rather from the brokerage point of view, from the public company's point of view. So for the past 25 years, I've held the positions of chairman, director, CEO, and CFO for several different Canadian and US-based, both private and publicly traded companies. And my particular area of focus in these companies has been on corporate finance issues, strategic planning, governance issues, project development, and probably most importantly is being involved with the sourcing and vetting of projects for these companies. My experience includes management in technology companies, natural resource companies, and biomedical companies. And I've been an integral part of the team that has raised well in excess of $200 million for various projects and companies over that period of time. So it's
Wow.
it's been fun.
So yeah, not a small background. So pretty interesting. Basically held every executive role. You listed off a ton
Yeah,
of them there.
yeah.
Curious, is there any names or any companies that you're a part of that either were successful or you just thought, hey, this was kind of interesting, part of something you were involved in that you found really interesting. And of course, we'll get to AIML, in a second here. I'm sure that's something you find interesting, but curious if there was anything beforehand.
Yeah, there's actually been, several really interesting projects that I've been involved with. Everything from the development of cancer tumor markers, which is being used today in the world, through to digital music licensing companies and natural resource companies, where I was instrumental in sourcing and acquiring a multi-billion-dollar asset that we've managed to put into the hands of strategic partners. So it's been a long, fun ride over the years.